Hi all, welcome to my Future Stars Objectives theory guide regarding upgrades and why they've been given the stats that they have and why they've been chosen, why they have. So if we can smash the links would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All the links are down below for playlists to the channel and social media links as always. Comment down below what your feelings of this are, and as we delve into it, and obviously we take it from there. So as you can tell, the 4 cards given were Zaniolo, Odegaard, Osimhen and James. A 5th may arrive, I don't know, but I thought I'd do this now to kind of address everything. Now, looking at each of the individual cards, Zaniolo is looking like a +3, maybe +4 upgrade. So if these Future Star cards are affected in any shape or form by a boost, then those specials, I would imagine, would experience an increase as well. Like if he's projected +3, +4, I would assume, I'm only assuming folks with this by the way, Zaniolo's first Future Stars card, the 77, would maybe go to an 80. The Inform would probably go to an 83, I would suspect, or an 81, at least an 81 I would imagine, 81, 82 actually, because due to obviously it's a +6 from a 74, so it might only go 81 or 82. The right mid might go to say 82, 83. The right mid team in the group stage card might go like 84 or 85. The 83 cam might go to about the 85, whatever the right mid is might go the same, so like an 85 potentially say. And then the 86 centre mid would go to an 88 give or take. That's my assumption anyway, going on what I've kind of looked at. And because I think they've been chosen the way they have is because they are maybe due in line for an upgrade, and that's why they've been given, in reality, like a lower potential than what they are. That's at least what I would assume anyway, but it's, as I said, it's just an analysis on each card. So that's Zaniolo's breakdown. Odegaard is looking like a +4, so my assumption is the new base card of an 82, so, and it would be a central card for what I understand, so an 82 centre mid. The right wing version I'm assuming would go to an 84, his Inform would go to an 84, the centre mid version of the second one would probably go to an 86, the 85 cam would become like an 87, and then 87, 88, 82, 84, 84 for the 86, 87, 89, 90 rated for the cam. The cam would roughly work out about a 90 rated give or take, but it's not a guarantee obviously. I'm only just speculating it at the moment, because if in Odegaard's case he's experiencing the probably the biggest boost and it's +4, and with him having an Inform as well, it's an 82, which I would assume would go to an 84 anyway. If the other Future Star cards were to experience an increase as well, then it gets him looking a lot more appealing. That 87, if that was an 89, 90 rated card, I would be a little bit more excited about him, and it also kind of makes you want to kind of use them appropriately for like SBCs if you don't enjoy them. But if you do enjoy them and he fits your team, then I would say an 89, 90 rated of them definitely ticks all the boxes. Plus I've covered this on Twitter as well, I meant to say as well, the link for that is down in the description below as a theory, why I've kind of suggested it. Plus we don't know how the upgrades may work for some of these Future Star cards anyway. In Osimhen's case, he has quite a difficult one to kind of work with. He's got a 79 to start off with, but he's only going to go +3 for what we understand. So if he's +3 or even +4, the 79 we're going to assume may go 81. His Inform of an 80 we would assume would go to around an 82. His 82 striker one may go to an 84. His player of the month we would assume, if it is affected, goes to an 85. If I've done my maths right, let me work out. What did I say? 77, 81, 82, 82, maybe even 86 potentially for the striker, but I would imagine between at lowest 84 to at highest 86. The striker would stay above by if the striker Player of the Month card was an 84, then the striker version of Osimhen would go to an 8. The first 85 striker would go to an 87 or an 86. It all comes down to, I think, what the Player of the Month frame would be. So if it is affected at all, and then his 88 striker would go to an 89. Basically the end card would be a +1 upgrade on all his stats if it was to be affected in any shape or form. And I would then say an 89 Osimhen actually looks a lot, not just more unusable, but it just makes him even more broken. Because he is a half decent card when I've used him anyway. Quite enjoyed him, but it's trying to work your head around all the potential upgrades and how they would be affected in any shape or form. Now, Daniel James is the only one that hasn't got a special card to support. However, he is due to potentially be going anywhere from a +3 to a +5 upgrade. If he's +5, then I'm suspecting this makes things a lot more confusing. Because the reason why I'm saying more confusing, I think the higher the upgrade, it makes it a little bit more difficult to work. So 77 base card, if that was to happen, I'm going to assume the left mid becomes an 80. Then the striker becomes a little bit more difficult, because what does it go to? Does it go to an 82? Does it go to an 83? That is what I'm not sure on, but I'm going to suspect at the very lowest it's an 82, but I'm going to suspect around, I would imagine, an 83. So if it's an 83 for the striker card, the right mid 82 would go to an 85, and then his right mid 86 version would go to an 88. And looking at how they've done it, everything is roughly nearly it goes practically minor boost, inform, nearly an inform boost, to inform boost. That's kind of how they've worked Dan James's upgrades. But if you go 77 for the base card, and I'm not sure if it's a position change, I think it's left mid, but if the new his Future Stars left mid became, as I said, 80 rated, the striker being 82, 83, the right mid 82 being 84, 85, and then the right mid final versions like an 88, then you never know. The reason why we've made the thumbnail stay 86, 87, 88 is because it's just a fee, and I'd rather explain it over voice why we're doing it. But at the same time, the reason why I'm saying these particular cards are all potentially in line for an upgrade is because the way it's been done. Is this maybe why they've been given the kind of format that they have? Because they knew by doing Future Stars Academy, they thought, let's pick 4 cards, or if we do get a 5th for Bundesliga, 5 cards that are going to be in line for an upgrade via in general. So when they get a new base card, it may or may not affect the special Future Star cards that you obtain through. There's not a guarantee about it, but at the same time it is just a theory that I was like, this is maybe why we've been given these cards, because I feel like this is why Odegaard is lower rated than Osimhen, and this is why Zaniolo and James are maybe only 86, because when the upgrades maybe kick in, they may suddenly go up +1 or +2. And Odegaard for me shouldn't be 87. The way he's played this season alone, his final card should have really been about 89 or 90 rated anyway, just on his performances anyway. But we'll see how this plays out. Upgrade, I think if they do start, would be at earliest Friday, along with ones to watch, for example. But I don't see them being too much longer in terms of how they're going to play it out. We'll get a clearer idea, as I said, once upgrades happen. If a league happens and that Odegaard 87 is suddenly 88, 89, 90 rated, I'm a bit more excited about the card and at least using it more, whether it be as a sub or in the starting team if I'm able to fit him in. But we'll see what happens, folks. So as I said, this is just all theory talk and just kind of breakdown of why these cards were chosen in particular, but also why I've just kind of been talking about this theory. I've been kind of discussing it over the day, and it's quite exciting actually. I feel kind of breaking it down. So let me know, folks, in the comments down below what your thoughts of this as a theory. Do you think it's stupid? Do you think I can see your reasoning, or do you just think see what happens? But welcome to Smash the Like. As always, folks, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GZLegend. Take it easy, all. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.